2, 1, we are recording.
Okay, so to start off with, I've just got 240 grams of the chocolate in this. I use a glass measuring jug because I add hot melted butter to it, so it needs to be heat proof. And then the cocoa powder in the recipe is split into two measurements. So I put 1/4 cup in this jug with the chocolate, and then we save 1/2 cup for later. And then you add your tablespoon of coffee. I just use like Mum's Moccona instant coffee, but yeah, you can use any coffee you like. So once those are all together, I've got the butter in a saucepan which is melted. So it's 290 grams of unsalted butter. And I'll just pour that in, one sec. You just pour that into the chocolate mixture. And then you just want to let it sit for a couple of minutes just so the chocolate can melt. Yeah, cool. Any questions so far?
How much butter was it, Siân?
290 grams.
Thank you.
Unsalted. Yeah. It's from a US recipe, so it said like 2.5 sticks. So I think it's a rough, a rough approximate of what it is. Okay, so then in a big bowl, I usually put 2 cups of castor or white sugar. It doesn't really make a difference, whichever one you use. I've got a mixture of both because I didn't do enough shopping and get more sugar, which was well done. Yeah, so 2 cups of white or castor sugar. There. Cool. And then we also add, it's got quite a bit of sugar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Normally I use the dark brown sugar, but I think today I've just got normal. But yeah, depends on how sweet and how rich you want it to be. And I usually do one packed cup of, 1 packed 1/2 cup, does that make sense, of the brown sugar. Beautiful.
Was that 1/2 cup of brown sugar, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1/2 cup, sorry. A packed 1/2 cup. Yep. And then I just measure, I don't measure mine, I just eyeball my vanilla extract, about a teaspoon or so. And also a pinch of salt, as much as you feel like. So it's really good. The brownies are quite flavorful because of the salt and the coffee, I think really bring out the flavor of the chocolate really well in this recipe. Now that the chocolate's been sitting for a little bit, you're just going to want to grab a whisk and just mix it all together till it's all melted and combined. I might just tilt it down a little bit. Sorry, you can't see my face. Mix it till it might take a little bit longer to melt, but that's all right. Yep, and then just set that aside. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. I've always wanted to do this.
Aren't they fun?
Yeah, it's good.
You are on a cooking show.
I know, but it's weird. I always I never expected because no one's talking back at you really. It's always just a bit odd. Cool. All right. So then into the bowl, you're going to want to add 6 eggs, and it's better if you use large ones. If they're smaller, I usually add 7 or 8, depending on how liquidy they are, because yeah, it's better with larger eggs. So 6 large. And try not to get any eggshell in like I am.
Extra crunch, Siân.
Yeah, and protein, right? Okay, cool. So now you've got egg, sugar, and salt in the bowl. And then, sorry, I think there was a cloth on the mute button, so it was dropping in and out. This next bit's going to be a bit noisy, so I might mute it just while I do this, if that's all right, Sarah.
Yeah.
You're going to want to mix it with you can either do it in a stand or a hand mixer the recipe says about 10 minutes, but you want to do it until it says thick like pancake batter. It gets quite thick after a little while. So, cool. I'm just going to if you guys want to talk or anything, I don't mind.
Put the camera on the bowl so we can see it, please.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Nice bowl.
Thanks, Sean.
Fine. Sean's fine. And here comes Sean back. Thank
Sean's
goodness.
back.
All right, I don't know if it's been quite 10 minutes, but it looks quite like thick if you can see it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Quite a lot of bubbles in it, yeah. So it makes it really airy and
that's
moist.
good.
All right, so the next thing, now that the chocolate should have cooled a little bit, you're going to want to pour in the chocolate mixture to the egg mixture while beating it so it doesn't curdle the eggs.
Yep.
Shall I mute myself for this bit, Sarah, or?
Yeah, go
Go
back
for
onto put the camera on the bowl and go ahead because the mixer will go.
Yeah, all right, sure.
Oh, you need to be an octopus. I would make such a mess. Well done.
And you would scrape the bowl.
Or
Yes,
you'd
I
lick,
would.
or you'd lick the
jug.
jug, one of the two, yeah.
With my fingers. It's almost a mousse. Look at that.
No, mooses are bigger than that. And they got
Why
horns
isn't
and
it,
And they
everything.
got
why
horns.
isn't it meat?
Antlers.
So yes, you do scrape the jug. Depends on if you want to add it to the mixture or not. It's up to you. If Mum's home, often I'll give her the rest.
Oh, yeah. That looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
Not even baked yet, Bronwyn.
We're all drooling.
I think
I'm sorry.
you might be out of my 25K.
Well, we can meet somewhere in the middle, right? I think I started making them a year or so ago, and I haven't been able to stop. My family's like, brownies, more brownies, brownies.
That's a good recommendation.
All right, cool. So now we've got the chocolate all mixed in. It's
Yeah.
it's quite a voluminous mixture, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm just making up words here.
That's all right.
And then almost got myself in it. And you are going
That's okay. Or a box, whatever.
and you want to add 1 whole cup of plain flour. I just like doing it with the cup. And then half a cup of cocoa powder. So it's 3/4 of a cup in total. So the 1/4 of a cup in the jug and half in the mixture at the end.
Now, Sean, if you have this recipe written down somewhere, can you send that to me so that I can add it to the blog
Yes.
and the cooking show part?
Sure thing.
Because unlike those food blogs where they tell you this huge story about how their grandmother immigrated from Czechoslovakia and then finally the recipe's at the very end. We just
Yeah.
put the recipe there.
Right at the
Takes a bit of
start.
time. All right, so then you're just going to want to fold it in, trying to keep it airy and bubbly. Yeah, it's quite a moist mixture because it has got, lots of eggs and butter in it, so it's nice.
All the good stuff. All the good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
the
Sam,
ratio- Sorry.
could you add nuts?
Yeah,
Like
if you'd like
walnuts
to.
or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Marshmallow.
Because I do to my 2-egg mixture, I do add nuts to that, and I really like it.
Yeah.
And some of my family don't, and that's okay because that leaves more for me.
You're not complaining about it?
No, not at all.
What kind of nuts do you usually add, Bronwyn?
Walnuts.
Walnuts, yeah.
Find
Who
them.
would eat walnuts?
I'm not a
Well,
fan
you
of
do
nuts.
in this. It's good.
Oh.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
And you can also put hazelnuts, but hazelnuts are a bit too firm.
Yeah.
Pecans or macadamias would be good.
Macadamias would be good.
And pecans are nice too. They've got a nice taste. They're soft.
Macadamias are too expensive.
Yeah. Nuts in general are expensive.
Well, I wouldn't worry. You've already used 6 eggs
Eggs.
and chocolate. You'd be fine. 6, that would cover.
Just go all the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
I make this like twice a week. So I go through like a dozen eggs a week just on brownies. It's
Yeah. What size are the blocks of chocolate these days? Is it a whole block of chocolate or?
I usually buy the chocolate melts, just like they come in like a 290 gram pack, and so you use almost all of it. But
Yeah, and a bar of chocolate's 180 grams.
yeah, so you need 1 and a bit.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That's it. 1 and a bit.
1 and a bit with extras for eating.
So it's
Probably 1 and a half.
probably
Yeah.
easier to use the chocolate melts.
Yeah, and they work out fine with whenever I use
No.
them.
Christine's got the Lindt chocolate or
No. I know
Cadbury's.
it's compound chocolate.
Yeah.
I've used that too. Yeah, that works as well. All right, cool. So now that is all combined, nice and thick. And then, there's a bit of flour there. Then I've got I don't know how long it is. I think it's about 20 centimeters. It's got about 5 centimeters, no, I don't know if it's that long, 5 centimeter in depth and about 20 centimeters wide by 10 maybe. So it's got a bit of depth to it. And
So
then-
it's one. Chris, that's bigger than a sliced tin.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then you just, I just line it with paper,
Could you make 2 sliced tins?
maybe. You might have to
Okay.
experiment.
Yep. Better write that down. Large tin.
Might be 23 by something, or 25 by 20 or something like that.
Why I check.
Yeah. Now measure it, Sean. Good girl.
So, oh no, it's longer than that. Okay, it's about 33 by.
Oh,
Yeah, a 9 by 13 by 2 inch pan is 33.23.5.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
33, 23 by 5. Okay.
Well, this is going to be expensive, Sean. We'll all have to buy a new
I have
tin.
to go and buy a tin. Yes.
Well, I just have like.
I've got one, but it's an old one. Yeah.
I don't think this is the one it said for the recipe, but this is the one I use all the time. So or you can probably improvise. All right. So then you're just going to want to pour the batter in. Try not to spill it, or if you do, you can eat it.
Wow.
Oh gosh, look at it.
That is lovely.
Oh, so cool.
Oh, I might need a moment.
Oh, who's going to first lick?
Yeah, Mum's not here to lick
It's
the
all
bowl.
right.
Wrong one.
Food porn.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
edit
think
that
you
out
should
too.
mute Bronwyn.
Edit that.
The young boy is leaving now.
And the old girl.
Oh dear.
Yes,
Oh,
Dad might
that's
have to be the
terrific.
taste tester. Would you like to be a taste tester, Dad?
I don't know.
He doesn't like chocolate, do you, Al?
Right?
You don't like chocolate, do you, Dad?
No, I don't. I don't yes.
Cool. All right. I didn't-
That is lovely.
We'll just have a look at that.
Go.
There you go.
Oh,
Here we go. See?
Say hello.
Yes.
This chocolate.
Yes, Dad has confirmed it's in fact chocolate.
It is chocolate.
Yeah. All right, cool. So
Low
then,
calorie.
as Dad always says, then you want to put it into a moderate, so 180-degree oven. So the first, it's got 2 separate stints of baking. So the first one is for 20 minutes. Don't burn yourself like I have a habit of doing.
It's all right. Christine's got plenty of war wounds.
Mhm.
I'm
yeah.
very
And
good.
now I've got Disney Band-Aids.
Oh,
Oh, you lucky thing.
yeah, so now we wait for
By
20
the end of
minutes.
the day.
And then
That's okay. That's okay.
Very interesting demonstration.
Censored.
here it comes.
Here we go. Here we go.
And
I wasn't dropping it.
you didn't drop it.
Second.
Is this
Right.
the dropping time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Not on the floor, Bev.
Still quite liquidy, so
oh,
Oh, okay.
oh,
I got
Wow.
5 times.
Wow.
yes.
that's what I do to my fruitcakes.
Yes. But that's
Yeah,
before
but
That's what I
before
do to
you then go
cats.
put them in the oven.
or after.
Oh, going to put the salt on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Does that
Well,
keep it up, does it?
You're quite liberal with the salt too.
Yeah, I am. Sometimes I put a bit much.
Is that to crisp it up?
No, it's just to like bring out the flavour a bit more, like the salty contrast, because it is quite sweet.
I've got to go to the door.
Oh, someone's
Bye, Bev.
Siân, you sound very similar to your mother.
Do I?
She'll take that as an insult.
I know. No,
That's what Siobhan would take it as. I don't know how I feel.
she does. She sounds like Rhiannon. What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes my great auntie calls and I answer mum's phone and she's like, "Hi, Rhiannon." I'm like, "It's not Rhiannon."
No.
No, Rachel and Bronwyn are the same.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Lois rings here and goes, "Hi, Bron, how are you?" And Rachel goes, "I'm fine, thanks, Auntie Lo. It's Rachel."
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. It's funny.
never mind. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to go, I'm afraid, but thank you very much, Siân. That was brilliant. Cheers.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yeah, looks great. I look forward to tasting it. I promise you I'll never make it.
Okay, that's all right. I'll just do deliveries to you.
Done. Done. And you can see the dog.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Take care.
Okay.
See you soon.
See ya.
See you
Bye.
Sunday, Sean.
Have fun
Bye.
editing,
Bye.
Sarah.
Oh,
All
good stuff.
right, and I will edit.
Have fun.
Thanks very much, Siân.
That's okay.
That was
I've written the recipe out.